This is The Download from Sounds Profitable, your daily source for the essential news in the business of podcasting, brought to you by Spreaker from iHeart. I'm Gavin Gaddis, in for Tom Webster. Here's what you need to know for today, Tuesday, May 7th. First up, the IAB Podcast Upfront is to kick off Thursday. This year's Podcast Upfront, an annual event focused on bringing together brands, agencies, and media buyers, is almost here. Modeled after the TV tradition of annual upfronts teasing upcoming presentations for ad buyers, podcasting's upfront experience is likely to also grow into discussions of ad tech and multi-channel campaigns as video podcasting and YouTube distribution grows in popularity. According to IAB Director of Digital Audio and Video, Matt Chapo, quote, "Whether you're a long-standing podcast enthusiast or a podcasting newcomer, there is no shortage of reasons to be excited about the future of this deeply personal and special form of media," end quote. The event kicks off in person and virtually on Thursday, May 9th. Up next, the on-hold opportunity Veritonic measures consumer preferences by Brad Hill. A new study from Veritonic titled Harmonizing Connections: How Audio Turns Waiting Time into Brand-Building Opportunities is now available. The study interviews hundreds of podcast listeners about their experiences waiting on hold with brands' phone systems. Takeaways include 90% of respondents preferring music to an ad, 92% preferring music to silence, and if given a choice between silence and a talkative ad, 57% of respondents would prefer the ad. 70% of respondents say if the hold music is too loud, it negatively impacts how they feel about the brand or service that they're calling for. Next up, want to build a brand? Audio is at the ready by Pierre Bouvard. Since 2017, Nielsen has conducted over 1,300 podcast brand lift studies and recently has published a collection of key insights and norms using their database. Podcasts drive consistent growth in awareness, likelihood to seek information, purchase intent, and recommendation. And podcasting overall continues on an upward trend, including being a bright spot on Cumulus Media's Q1 earnings call. And finally, how Campbell's navigates the burgeoning retail media landscape even as it creates more walled gardens. Retail media networks are growing fast, and one significant growing pain is brands encountering the increasing number of walled gardens in advertising. Campbell's Soup Company VP of Integrated Marketing says the fractured state of closed networks makes walled gardens the company's biggest challenge. Something podcasting can relate to is walled gardens put more work on the buyers to actually advertise on popular content. In the world of retail media, the IAB and Media Ratings Council are working on measurement standards to try and alleviate the walled garden issue. Similar standards could benefit podcasting. As for the rest of the news, Libsyn Ads has published April 2024's podcast ad rates. The average cost per 1,000 impressions, or CPM, for a 60-second ad spot on podcasts on the Libsyn Ads network was $21.75 USD. That's 19 cents lower than March, but only 1 penny down year over year. Business Insider covers tips from YouTube executives on how to make a podcast stand out. Ad Exchanger looks at a vendorless future where SSPs, that's supply-side platforms, and DSPs, demand-side platforms, break the barrier between supply and demand. And a partnership between Sports Innovation Lab and Trailblazing Sports Group has launched a marketplace exclusively for buying women's sports media, including bundles with podcast inventory. Be sure to check out all the links to every article mentioned right in your podcast listening app or at soundsprofitable.com, where you can also subscribe to the newsletter version. The Download is written and produced by Brian Barletta, myself, and Tom Webster. For Sounds Profitable, I'm Gavin Gaddis. Download us tomorrow.